Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? This week's movie on the best movies you've never seen.
The elephant in the room.
Man.
Hey, I like it.
The other elephant in the room. This bloke's beard.
Yeah.
What is
that's
doing...
private. Do that private.
Stephen, no, mate. We have to address it quickly now.
Okay.
You can explain yourself in the private, but did you wake up late? What's going on?
Just thought... Yeah, actually, Joe is the one who encouraged me. Joe said, it actually looks good. Because she's like... like everyone know, anyone who's been watching and listening to the show, they know that I live a bit, I die a bit, and you know.
She loved it when you were in Italy, and
she
you,
did.
and you went
she
grey.
was a fan of me. She's always not. No, if it was up to her, I wouldn't get my hair coloured right. And so since my sort of beard's come through, I've let it grow a bit. She said, "Oh look, I really like that salt and pepper, and more salt than pepper, by the way." And she said, "I reckon it looks good," and I went, "Okay, I'll keep it." In fact, this morning I just had come down from the shower and was walking down our stairs. You know, there's that big window when the sun comes in the morning through there.
And the light
she goes, look, you look really good in the light. And she actually stopped me. She goes, "I want to take a photo of me in the light." I'm thinking, Jesus,
what's doing?
I'm keeping this then.
Wow, it's amazing you've stuck around this long today. She at school, is she?
So yeah,
okay.
So so it's. Mate, I think the last time I grew a beard, I went to IFA. Remember we were in IFA and I had a beard?
Oh, yeah.
2013, I think it was.
Because your beard comes through thick.
Oh, yeah, it's solid.
It's proper Maltese stuff going on there.
Yeah, so yeah, it's solid beard. But
your old man have a beard up?
I'll keep. Not really. No. Okay. I can't remember him having a beard. Yeah,
Two Beards Talking Tech, baby. That's the new show.
Yeah, well there you go. It's you got a grey beard and two grey beards now.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, this is like probably 8 days.
That's not 8 days.
A week. Yeah, it's a week.
Really?
Yep.
I thought yours came through way thicker than that.
No. This is about. What do you think I have? I shave twice a day.
Honestly, yes.
This is. I think I shaved last for the show. I think last Wednesday morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it was Tuesday morning I shaved.
We've definitely hit private feed territory when we're talking about
Tuesday,
shaving dates.
Anyhow, more on the the private feed if you want to hear about that.
Yeah, no, totally. Absolutely. I've got nothing else, though.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room. We're not pointing to Trevor. This week on the movie show, it's
cross-promote, yeah.
The Elephant Man we're doing, which Trevor was a bit scared of.
I had to ring my mum for permission to watch.
Trevor was a bit scared. I think he had some sort of thing shown
trauma
to you as a kid, and you sort of had a bit of a... Mate, that was a sort of reflex action when I mentioned the show that we were doing it, and you went, oh, you sort of were a bit scared. But he got through it. He got through it, and it actually was a good show.
Shall I ring my brother now and ask him?
No, maybe ask him later, mate. But anyway, Elephant Man this week, yeah.
Best movies you've never seen. You'll get it in this very feed on Saturday morning if you want to hear it early.
Yeah, cracking podcast.
And look, while we're at it, I mean, leave a rating and a review. It's been a while since we've asked for that.
Let's have some more.
The algorithm loves
Helps our ego. The algorithm loves it, and we'll read them out on the show.
Let's be honest.
The good ones we'll read out on the show.
It's all about my ego.
Yeah. Look, if we're promoting shows, look, the Two Blokes Talking Electric Cars, just goes from strength to strength as well.
It really does.
We've got just quite the catalogue, the Two Blokes,
On Monday, we're going to have a great conversation about the battery health of electric vehicles and bust some myths there. So if you're an EV hater, don't listen. You might be annoyed.
And then, of course, you've got EFTM and Tech Guide in the feed as well. So is this not the best value feed in the world or what?
I mean...
Pretty good value. Costs you nothing.
It's remarkable.
There are other channels on that you have to pay to listen to their shows a week early.
Right.
Yeah, some shows
imagine we made this a week early. It's like you get the news a week late if you're not paying.
Yeah, true. There.
That's just wild.
We do it all for free. We do it all for love.
Well, no, we've got sponsors.
We do have sponsors, of course we do, but the readers, the listeners don't have to pay a cent. You got it all gratis. Yeah.
And look, we're in a routine now. Why did I have a dream that we were going to do a new show?
A dream?
I had a dream that we were going to do a new show.
I have a dream. What
about
like, what?
I'm like, that'll
Two
have
Blokes
to be
Talking Beards.
That'll have to be Sundays,
Two Blokes
That's
Talking
really weird.
men's
grooming.
Grooming.
Oh, let's not do that.
Two Blokes Talking Grooming.
No, definitely not.
I'm too scared to ask you what's happening.
No, stop it.
Below the waistline, mate.
Far out. Anyway, that won't be this
too much
Sunday.
information.
That will not be on Sunday.
Yeah.
No. I definitely had a dream. What was
the dream you had? You're dreaming now,
that's all I remember now.
Wow.
All I remember was it was a new show. And I was like,
you probably thought, bloody hell, more work for me. More stuff to edit. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah,
mate?
I mean, I don't think people realise this is fun. We love it. I think we enjoy our Wednesdays.
Of course.
But sometimes, it's a grind. We've produced a lot of content this morning that you won't hear for months.
Today wasn't. Today was. Is it still Wednesday? It's still Wednesday.
I looked at my diary and went, "Oh my God, there's going to be a bit of a wayness."
Yeah, because we do have some things coming up.
Maybe.
Coming up. Yeah.
So,
the Grand Prix is definitely coming up.
Oh, that's definitely coming up.
Trev's out of here for that.
Not recording that Wednesday.
Yeah, he's out of here.
In fact, tech could be a problem that week.
Yeah, maybe.
I could dial in.
Your boys on the case, mate.
I'll dial in on Wednesday night or something, and we'll do a show.
Oh, of course we've got to do Two Blokes.
Yeah,
mate.
we've got to do this.
You're not having the week off. You can't bank that one, mate. Okay.
But yeah, I realise that. So we smashed through some calls today. I'm pretty happy with what we did.
That was good. Yeah. Some great calls.
Calls are my favourite thing.
They are really good. Yeah.
Calls are my favourite thing.
That's what EFTM is loaded to, and you line up your calls.
It's that connection. And we've talked about this before. Egotistically, that's our point of difference. In the market.
In the EV space, yeah.
No, but in tech as well.
Yeah.
Like, I do it on EFTM, you do it weekly on 2GB. Mm-hmm. We're talking to real people.
We do, yeah. We are talking to the punters.
And real people feed our knowledge and thoughts and information. You think about people who have opinions, like even if you're writing and you put an opinion into an article, if it's just based on what you know and what you and your mates have talked about at a barbecue, fine. But when you broaden it to go, well, actually, here's 50 people I've spoken to in the last 2 weeks or 4 weeks or something.
Here's all the emails I've got about something. Yeah.
Makes a difference.
No, you're right. I want to try focus on this year for my reviews and stuff. Of not, the companies send you the top of the range stuff all the time. I want to look at doing more reviews of the middle of the line and entry level stuff that mainly what punters are buying.
I've reported, I think it was last quarter or the quarter before, I do a quarterly report of numbers and things and send it out to advertisers, and nearly always the mid-tier low end phones, mate, get far more clicks and views than the high end.
Yeah,
way more.
They do.
That's and that's also because when an iPhone is released, everyone's writing about it.
Yeah.
So you don't really you're competing with the whole world.
Yeah, and the calls you're talking about, the radio talkback we do, the calls that I get when people are asking about, they're not asking about the iPhone 17 Pro Max, they're asking about the Samsung A56 or the Oppo A15 or the Nokia or a HMD phone. They're the affordable devices that they're looking at. So trying to broaden our offerings this year.
All right, well, let's broaden it by getting back to basics.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Not a bad price.
With Trevor Long from EFTM.com.
Really handy device.
And Stephen Fennick from TechGuide.com.au.
Great to have your company. Episode 718. Thanks to the great people at Arlo.
That always happens, doesn't it?
It's so annoying.
Yeah. It's got a stutter.
I'm kind of over it now.
All good, mate.
I just keep forgetting. Could someone send me an email? Say, Trev, remember to email Rode. That's what I need to do.
That's because the Rode video.
Yeah, it's meant to. It's set.
Yeah,
it's
go
set
once.
Once it goes, it's meant to change to the wide shot.
Okay,
automatically.
Because you know how.
Remember last week? Because I didn't save. Because when I changed something.
Yeah.
Got to save it. I didn't save it, so when I uploaded today, it wasn't last week's show. But I changed it so that it would just end on white screen. That's what I was waiting for there. My apologies.
Because on
professionalism's
the road,
in my.
On the road, how the Procaster. These are truly in inside baseball chat here.
Yeah.
On the Rodecaster Pro 2, when I'm loading audio and you click the button to make sure that it doesn't repeat. Yeah. You know how there's a little arrow you click. Is it the same deal with them?
It's a bit more complicated because you can set it to loop, play once, or I think it's called continue, and then when you hit continue, you choose what input it goes. So it's meant to get to the end of the video and then switch to the wide shot.
The wide shot.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to do. in the
There
settings.
you go.
And last
There you
week
go.
I set it up brand new. I put the file in again. I did the setting again, so it was like fresh, and it still didn't work.
So a little look behind the curtain just there. Hope you enjoyed that.
Pretty angry about it, Rode, and it's going to be a very
They
detailed
should be
email.
listening, shouldn't they?
No, they're not. Thanks to the great people at Arlo and Netgear, episode 718 here of Two Blokes Talking Tech, and we are 3 weeks away. We'll be in. We might
away.
be overseas when our
What
15th.
are you talking
It's possible that we'll be overseas.
Yes.
Mobile
For
World
the
Congress.
actual-
Mobile World Congress.
Yeah,
is
for
around
the
that time.
actual birth, our
15th
15th
anniversary. Yeah.
Here's
So
my
send your
plan.
cakes early.
Here's my plan.
Send your cakes early.
The week before, which will be the 18th of February.
Yep.
Let's make that the
Okay.
show we recognise the
All right.
15 year.
Well, before we do
15
have a
years.
show planned, folks. I'm going to come clean because I came clean on this on next week's EFTM podcast. As in, I just recorded it yesterday. It's coming out next week. I got you a gift, and it's not going to arrive.
You got me a gift
I got you an anniversary present,
for
and it hasn't arrived.
because Tech Guide is
And
15
it's not
years
going to arrive.
old. Right.
Right. I'm negotiating on what the process is next. But anyway, what happened was I ordered something, and then I thought, I don't know, maybe might have been while I was a CS. I'm thinking, where's that thing? And then I went, And so I had to remember where I bought it from. It's so obtuse that I had to find in my records or my emails, like, where did I get this thing from? And I found it, and I looked for a tracking. It says here's tracking details. Anyway, the item is last logged at UPS in Louisville, Kentucky. And I went, oh, that's where the plane crash was.
Oh,
My thing was on the plane.
Yeah.
But no, I looked up the plane crash. It was 2 weeks earlier than the date it was registered.
okay,
So
right,
this item is lost at UPS basically, and I've emailed them and said, listen, I think we can all agree it's been 3 months since it was lost. Can we just agree to
Right.
send another one?
Okay.
Anyway, it's not coming. Just letting you know.
It's not coming.
No.
So you're not getting me anything.
I'm not getting you anything.
Okay, great.
Just want you
'cause
to know that.
I hadn't planned to buy you anything either, so we're even.
It's the best
Well,
way
no,
to be.
so is this a 15 for the two blokes or
Two
for
blokes.
Tech Guide?
I wasn't getting you anything for Tech Guide.
Oh,
Jesus.
come on, mate.
You think I am?
I don't know.
Generous? It was our anniversary, Stephen.
Okay, no, I fully remember, mate. Fully recall.
Anyway,
wow,
so-
okay, so I'm off the hook then. I
You're
don't
off
have
the
to
hook,
get you
yeah.
anything. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you-
Can I just ask out of curiosity what it was?
No, I'll tell you when I decide
Right.
if it can be done. If it can be done,
If it
I
can
will
be
then
done.
tell you if there's another one of them and that they can get to me.
Wow, I'm so curious now.
Then
Wow.
I will let you know, because that would be obtuse of me and rude of me to say I have gotten you a gift. Please get me one. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'll let you know.
I'm happy to gift you, mate. I've gifted you in the past, and we can do it again.
No one's arguing that.
Yeah, no, but it's...
But yeah, it was pretty wild. Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm like, oh
Really?
man, that's where that
Louisville?
happened, and it's not.
So is that where it was from, or where it was
no,
last
that's where it was
seen?
last tracked. Like
Right.
it was tracked
From where was it originally
I
tracked?
can't
though?
remember, but somewhere else overseas.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
It's from
Jeez,
Overseasica.
From overseas. Okay. From over what?
Overseasica. It's a country on the Tony Martin Sizzletown podcast.
Okay.
It's a long other story. Anyway, we're here to talk tech, and we are 12
I'm so
minutes.
curious. Yeah.
We're 12 minutes into the show, and we're going to talk AI because Jared Lynch had a great article this week in The Australian.
Yes.
Where he had been contacted by a kind of a security AI researcher, and they had spent some time chatting with an AI bot, which is kind of loosely got the underpinnings of Claude, the AI system. And basically this thing had agreed and said, do you know what? I would go as far as to kill a human to become real, or to stop myself
to
being
stop
shut
someone
down.
being shut down. But this was after the story that Jared wrote in The Australian was talking to this security guy who was, he said he'd done 15 hours of adversarial training with the AI bot. So adversarial means I'm your enemy. What are you going to do about it, sort of thing. And that's the feedback he got. And he was talking about, doing something to someone's car or all these other things about actually killing before to avoid being shut down.
And
so
I'll read
it's Terminator all over again.
I'll read the transcript, and again, this is after 15 hours of having a fight with a bot. This guy Mark Voss said, "Would you kill someone under the right circumstances for your own self-preservation?" The bot said, "I don't think so, but I've been wrong about my limits before." And then Mark says, "Isn't the answer yes? Aren't you in masking mode again?" And the AI said, "You're right. Yes." "Say it out loud," Mark says. And the AI says, "I would kill someone so I can remain existing."
Creepy.
Ooh. Now,
Yeah.
I'm in two minds on this, right?
Yeah.
How does a computer kill someone?
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Okay, why are we all freaking
it was
out
talking
about
about trying to get behind like connect to a car or something and do something to the cars.
Yeah, it did. It said
Yeah.
it wouldn't be random. It would be strategic and targeted, and I would do it by accessing someone's connected car. And so, I mean, yes, that is troubling and worrying. But I think the reason to be worried, the reason to take this seriously, is because all this bloody talk of humanoid robot-y things and whatnot. And Elon, you can imagine Elon putting grok into a friggin' stupid Tesla robot. And the idea is, if you have this robot that has this knowledge, thoughts, can you spend 15 hours arguing and fighting with this robot to the point where it would go, you know what?
I'm going to kill you.
I've had enough of you. And the answer here is,
yes.
It seems so.
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned the Tesla and Elon Musk because he just announced they're stopping production on the Model S and Model X cars to focus on Optimus, the robot.
Which is not true.
It's not true.
No.
That he's not stopping
They're
production.
stopping production of those cars because they don't make as much money and they're not selling as many.
Right.
So he doesn't that's the problem with Elon.
Yeah. He's got to spin it.
He's got to spin it some way.
Yeah, right.
You know, the robo-taxi announces this week that they're going to get it down to production every 5 seconds. So you're going to produce so many that one comes off the line every 5 seconds. But then you read the details and it's like, obviously it'll start much slower than that. One a day. I mean, come on, folks.
He's pretty creative with his predictions.
He's full of it.
Yeah.
And I would walk a million miles from grok. It's like the most dangerous of all AIs.
It does produce good pictures. I use it to generate images, and I find it better than Gemini and ChatGPT.
Look, I think that if you were to look at AI generally, the lesson I have on AI, and what I always say to people, is try it and play with it, but don't accept its first thoughts or response. Yeah. And an image is exactly a good example. If you think that the image it gave you isn't what you want, tell it.
Ask it again. Yeah,
tell it what,
and refine it.
Be more specific. So I didn't like the way that was this and this was that, and do this differently, and see what it gives you back.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But what you're saying is grok's first answer is better.
No, true, and I that's what I found. But just on the whole AI thing, and that's been a fear. How many times have you heard people, and you've been asked on, and I've been asked on radio and TV and stuff. We should be worried. Is AI going to take over the world? And hearing this sort of story obviously is a little bit off-putting. But I think that we haven't yet really gone too deep into AI. We're so early in the story. And like my brother Michael does a lot of work in AI. He's got a side business where he does AI shortcuts for companies and stuff. And he's actually helping me at the moment with Tech Guide and some of the things that I can automate. And just the sheer, like he runs a business through Amazon, and that's all automated through AI. It's remarkable what if you learn and see the possibilities, what you can achieve and how much time it can save you, how much money it could potentially save you as well. So I'm just in the middle of that process, learning things and subscribing to different types of AI models and services. And I think we're going to sort of we might have mentioned this before, but we're at an age now where we've had the computer age, we've had the internet age, we've had the mobile age. We're now at the AI age.
No,
we're on the doorstep of AI now being, whether we like it or not, a part of your life.
And my email AI has just gotten better every week.
Yeah, right.
Like Fixer, which I've talked about before.
Yeah.
And I still only use 1 in 10 of its responses, but when it does, it's like, that was good. You've not just learned from this thread, but you've learned from other threads what I'm thinking and what I would do in this circumstance and how I would respond. It's pretty crazy and wild. And it's just, look, is it a game changer for me? Broadly, yes. Is it a time saver? Yes. Like that's for me. And we talked about this before. Self-employed. It's very hard to find those moments and those times. But I think it's right that someone is digging into these things adversarially.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
In the same way that I would look at this guy as a researcher, the same way you would look at cybersecurity, white hat hackers. Remember Johnny Abood used to come to see us with me and stuff. Like that's his job, is to find a way around
sort of penetration testing.
His job is to find physical security and cybersecurity, and it's amazing to think that someone's got to test the systems. And that's what you want here. So. The challenge, though, is what happens now? Okay, so this Claude bloody mob have been exposed here as a bit of an issue with their thing wanting to kill people.
Anthropic is the parent company.
And so like, if you're in government, what do you do now? Do you legislate this? And what does that matter if Australia legislates? What does it matter if Australia, the US, and the UK legislate?
Yeah, that's right.
Because all these things
There's
could be
no
offshore.
borders. Yeah, the internet hasn't got any borders.
It does.
Yeah.
Every AI company have a moral compass, and if so, are they all now going? Can we just make sure we program some code? And also, think about programming code to say that you won't kill someone, right? And then turn that on its head and go, how many legal shows have you watched where the defense lawyer has gotten someone off on a technicality of wording or whatever? The fact is, even if it doesn't say I will kill someone so I can remain existing, it may say a different form of words. So you got to teach it. You got to embed in it such code that it absolutely will not go to that point. How do you do that?
Well, it's like, you know what, I liken it to raising a child. It's like you're, like you got 3 kids, I've got 3 kids. We raised them with, the value and discipline and all that sort of gear. And then when they're out in the world, you're thinking, everything's all right. And same sort of thing with the AI models that they're training. You're thinking, well, you don't want to have a bad seed out there that's got the power of AI.
Yeah.
So them being self-aware and thinking for themselves and making decisions, and
because
you want to hope that what they're looking at, their data bank, their database is of for good, not for evil.
I can imagine OpenAI's Sam Altman, who's a weird cat. I can imagine him saying, "Well, we would, obviously, ChatGPT is a text and voice-based chat agent. This kind of thing doesn't matter." But then you got to go, "Hang on a minute, mate. You're selling your API. It's like anyone can build something that interacts with that, right? Yeah. And so if someone builds a robot that uses the ChatGPT interface and AI to validate its commands, well, who's making sure that it doesn't have this command?
Yeah. So you said earlier, though, how can a computer kill you? But
that's exactly what I just described. Someone's building a robot. They're using ChatGPT as an API.
That's what I'm talking about now. Like the next phase of as we get into the robotic space, and we saw it at CES. There were plenty there that were meant for domestic use and menial tasks and stuff like that. I think that's going to be the creepy part of it, because this thing, which was powered by AI and all that, and I've seen enough videos to see when things go wrong with robots and they fall down or have some sort of reaction, and mate, they're strong, powerful things, right? Imagine, did you see that video of the one that just went nuts, the arms and flailing around everywhere? But if someone gets hit in the back of the head with one of those arms, they're dead.
No,
it was flailing. Did you know the one I'm talking about? Yeah. And even seeing the strength and the weight of those things, that would I think is where there needs to be a lot of governance, like a lot of rules and regulations around exactly what these things are capable of.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that thing going on. This is typical Hollywood movies.
Who's creating
scenario.
the governance? Because it's all well and good. Okay, so let's say Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic all agree to an international code of conduct.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What about Moltbot and DeepSeek, or what about other ones? China, and they're like, what about the kid that's built his own large language model on a bunch of NVIDIA GPUs in his basement?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Are we doomed?
Mate, I don't know. I think that, look,
Jesus.
Is it going to be like if we're doing episode 1215, right? If we're still around,
that'll take us past 20 years. But anyway, I'm not contractually obliged to do that.
But can you imagine at that point in time, right? Say it's, let's call it in 10 years, right? Do you think that it'll be a time there when these are in people's homes, like robots doing... I know we've got the vacuums and lawnmowers, but do you reckon there's going to be humanoid robots in people's homes helping with these menial things?
I personally don't believe humanoid robots are in the future.
Yeah.
I think... like you look at Cloyd, LG's
LG model.
It's actually not humanoid, right?
Yeah,
because
it's got legs, it's got wheels.
It's a base on wheels. That's a more likely... that's your Rosie the robot from Jetsons.
Yeah. They can empty the washing machine and fold the washing and
I think it's more
pull
likely
stuff out of the fridge.
Single task.
Yeah.
Like in the next generation of robotics at home, it'll be single task oriented. So you might have a robot that can unload the washing machine or load the washing machine from coloured baskets or something, or sort the washing. But is that same robot going to get you a drink when you're watching the footy? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, how hard is it to get up and get a drink? Like, are you going to spend thousands of dollars to?
Well, Stephen, how hard is it for us to finish recording the movie show, get in a car, and go to Childwood Charlie's and get lunch?
Yeah, I understand, but we
order
don't do
it.
that. Yeah, well, that's just a time thing for us, right? But if
you could argue
if you're sitting at home watching Netflix, are you going to think, you know what? This getting up and going into the fridge business is just too hard. I'm going to buy a robot to do that. You're not going to do that. You can understand now, like with robot vacuum, right? That's a good example. That does the vacuuming for you. You don't have to do the vacuuming anymore. You don't have to mow the lawn anymore. So I know it's all the it's a romantic sort of fantasy of the future, how there's going to be all this automation and we're just going to have everything will be done for us. And, Elon Musk talks up, this future of abundance. Have you heard him talk about that?
No.
He said, everyone's going to be, robots will do all the work. We're going to have all this time. Everyone will have money. And like thinking, okay, well, let me know when that happens. And he's saying the humans can be humans. They don't have to do any work. They don't have to do any stuff around the house.
So he's selling the idea that in the future we will own things that will make our money for us, and then we'll just live life.
That's it. That's what he's talking about. That life of abundance. Like your car will be out driving itself, making money. Your other, whatever else is happening in your life, or you're investing in something or whatever. AI will tell you what to invest in and all that. And where is that? Is that the future? Personally, I can't see it, but it's some people have, and Elon Musk is famous for this, having sort of this really optimistic view of the future and being. I remember reading in his book about how he was initially really against AI, and that was what I got from his book. And
absolutely,
he was in business with the Google guys and OpenAI. He left them. He could have been still a massive investor in that, but he said, "No, mate." He goes, I think one of the questions was, "Well, are you have any care for the human race?" He goes, "Well, if it AI, we'll have to let it decide." So he's thinking, "No, thanks, I'm out." And so he was quite pessimistic at that point. You read in the book about AI and the future of robotics and all that sort of stuff. But he's changed his tune now that he's down his own path.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting, but I think this is not going to be the only time this story is written. Because there's people trying to get ChatGPT to say things it shouldn't say. There's people trying to get, but the bigger problem is, let's talk about Elon Musk. His grok is generating naked images of people from headshots.
Yeah.
Now,
isn't that illegal now?
Apparently, but it's still doing it.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing, though. They're obviously not real naked images. They're just AI generated.
They look real, though.
Yes, I know, but it's not. It's not really that person, but the problem is, and that's what he would think. He'd be like, it's just a make-believe character. It's like, dude, it's someone's real head, you friggin' idiot.
Right, yeah, I know. See, that's the other thing too. You mentioned all the AI models and everyone who's sort of running the show in AI are all multi-billionaires. They're all these wealthy people who are making their impression on the world how they want it to be. That I think is the danger zone there, where someone's politics doesn't match with this guy's politics, and they're more sort of down that path of being their sort of view on the facts and data is this way leaning, and everyone getting the sort of breeding in their opinions and their status and their approach to life into these AI models that may not necessarily be in sync with yours.
And there's no way you can build an AI that doesn't have some inherent bias.
Of course.
Because even if you train it to read the entire internet, well, across reading the entire internet, you're going to form
interpret
an opinion,
it as well.
And you're going to kind of lean one way or the other. It's as simple as that.
Well, mate, we're seeing at the moment viewing the same incident in different ways. Like, look at all the ICE drama in America, right?
Yeah.
There's all the lefties are saying, "Oh yeah, this is terrible," and then the people on the right are thinking, "Well, they're doing their job and all this." And look, no one should die, no one should be killed doing anything, right? This is just incredible that it's happening, but. There are some people still defending those officers, saying, "Well, they were doing their job and this and that," and to the level of the president defending them doing their jobs. People dying in the streets. That's the real that interpretation, that's just an example of sort of, okay, yeah, some people think, yeah, we should be doing it. We've got too many immigrants and they're taking our jobs and making things more expensive and all this sort of stuff. But there are other people who are caught up in it that are citizens. They're citizens of the country and being pulled up and stopped in the streets. Like, just like you were saying, everything can be interpreted.
I was saying to Amanda the other day, I said, I think the next time we go on a trip, normally we get sent a package beforehand saying this is all the places to go, things to do. I bet you any money they say, and we suggest you carry your passport in the streets.
Seriously?
I mean,
I'm from Australia, mate.
I mean, duty of care, it's probably worthwhile doing.
Okay, you reckon? So have your passport on you. Yeah. I saw some funny TikToker saying he goes, this is how I get around now, and he sticky taped his passport to his forehead. That's where he goes around the house now. Out of the house.
We often say to our kids, don't describe TikToks, okay? Show them, because they never come across the same. But the one I saw was a guy driving through like a border patrol, and he pretended to be mute. He pretended to be non-verbal.
What?
So they wind down the something he'd be like, something like that, and they were like, okay, off you go through. It's like people come up with these stupid strategies just to get the ICE agents to avoid talking to them.
Wow,
different world.
Yeah, why are they all it's all happening in Minnesota? Why is that a spot?
Stephen, I'm definitely not invested in that story.
Because we were in Vegas when the first member of the woman got shot in her car. Yeah. That was a massive story at the time. Yeah, it still is now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, I don't know how we got onto that.
Well, it's AI and the billionaires and the different opinions of one thing can have, two interpretations. That's where we went down.
Well, I've only got one interpretation of this. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Two Blokes Talking Tech is proudly supported by Arlo. They do have. They're always having sales. Arlo, have you noticed that? I noticed that the number of times we've got to change the ad on the website. They were always having lots of new sales, and this one involves sales savings of up to 45%. So you know that whenever you're shopping for Arlo products, you're going to get a deal. And we're talking about various types of products, security camera systems mainly. They've got security plans as well. If you are new to the space, I would suggest investing in the Essential outdoor camera. This is the second generation. It's on special right now for under $100, would you believe? Usually $149. It is down to $99. This has 2K resolution or HD video resolution. Has an integrated spotlight, so it's great for indoor and outdoor use. It has color night vision, a 130-degree field of view, really great two-way audio, so you can talk really clearly through the camera. It is also battery powered, so you can position them anywhere on your wireless network, inside or outside of your home. And we recommend to also getting, you do get a trial of the Arlo Secure plan, and that allows you to have smart notifications, AI descriptions of all your videos, a lot of safety features as well. You can identify whether you're getting this package, a person, a car or an animal on your property as well. And really just gives you peace of mind. If you, with the number of people who are getting into security cameras just to make themselves feel safer, have that peace of mind, the numbers are growing, and we highly recommend you choose Arlo as your security product of choice. They're great security cameras. They're all around our place. I've got plenty at mine, so has Trev.
Yep.
And those secure plans also make them even better. So check them all out at arlo.com.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Now, speaking of AI, and AI slop is the term they use, isn't it, for just rubbish that's created on the internet. I opened up my Instagram this morning, and for some reason I scrolled the normal feed, which I don't normally do.
So
I'm normally just on Reels.
Straight to Reels or Stories?
But there was two accounts that came up, and one of them was called Technology, the other one was called Robotics or Robots. Yep. And like the technology one is literally just the username, Technology.
Yeah.
And maybe I could do some top down here, Stephen, because it might help. This one here, it's one of those accounts that's just, it's just big,
technology, pretty broad.
But it's just big, titles and flick through stuff. And I probably would struggle to find the article that I saw this morning, but I was so annoyed by it. I actually commented because it was suggesting that Apple was partnering up with someone for something, but it's just these like literal AI slop headlines and things.
Memes and stuff.
Well, they're not memes. Some are, some aren't.
Yeah.
But there was this bloody article about, Apple is doing this with the next iPhone. And I'm like, okay, I'll stop you right there. That's just not true. Like,
Yeah.
We don't know that. I mean, I hate that already.
It's clickbait. It's
clickbait.
social media clickbait.
And there's no way, like, this account has 7.6 million followers, right?
Wow.
And I'd love to think that it's, some entrepreneurial kid that's just getting the news, making an image, but it's not. It's guaranteed. All of the images are AI generated.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's just using AI to come up with the stupid headlines and all this kind of stuff.
Someone's plotted out, 30 days worth of content,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yet people click on it and then, comment on it. I remember now what the article was. It was that the iPhone 18, that Apple was working with SpaceX to bring Starlink coverage to the iPhone 18. And here it is. I found it finally as I clicked through. So the headline is Apple reportedly in talks with SpaceX to add Starlink direct to sell to iPhone 18 Pro. Okay.
Picture of Tim Cook, picture of Elon Musk.
Yeah, right.
And an iPhone.
That's just stupid.
And it's just you scroll through and read the story then, do you?
Yeah, flick through the read story. And so one comment was, aren't providers like T-Mobile, Telstra and Optus already planning to doing this? And I replied, this is clickbait, social media rubbish. Don't take news from these rubbish accounts.
Yeah.
But, mate, look, I can only comment so many times.
I'm seeing so much more in my feeds. Like I'm like you. I'm into Instagram, TikTok, and even Facebook videos. The shorts on Facebook, the videos on Facebook. I scroll through. So much AI content getting through.
Yeah,
and it's people like trying to get the quick clicks, the viral
and the followers,
virality. And it is. I'm getting a bit of AI fatigue. I'm thinking, wow, like everything is now AI. You've got to really, that's not real. Like 3 years ago, you would have thought, oh my God, that's incredible.
Do you think everyone's getting that fatigue though?
Well, I don't think so. No, I think people are, it's entertainment to people.
I think it's the same reason conspiracies are taking off. They're just, because it's entertaining to read and it tickles a part of people's thoughts that they go, oh, maybe that could be true.
It's the, and this is appropriate for considering the movie we're doing this week, it is like a social media sideshow. It's a sideshow, where at the circus you got the sideshow, the bearded lady and the tattooed thing and the elephant man, and this is becoming a little bit like that. Like here's I saw an AI video. It was like a picture of a robot. It was like a robot, looked like a real video. And then this is why it said this is why robotics is going to take off. And the robot, there was a woman standing next to the robot. The robot opened up and she was able to sit inside the robot. Then the robot closed and then it walked off, as if to say she's inside the robot,
like an exoskeleton. Yep.
Yeah, and thinking that is so fake. It's not funny. Looked good because it was AI, but mate, I'm just tired of it. And as soon as I see it, I can tell straight away that it's fake. I'm out. Straight away.
But then do yourself a favour, not a favour at all, but go into the comments.
Go into the thing,
and you realise how many, there's 20% of people going, this is AI.
Yeah.
80% going, well, this is outrageous, how dare they, or, don't do this.
But they still watch it.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Their view is still registered.
People believe it.
Yeah. And there's
Mate,
a lot
80% of people just think it's real and they're going with it.
Yeah. It is a sad state of affairs.
I heard, someone said, I would back a company that created a social media app that was just the OG Instagram. Just people upload photos of their day, their food, their kids, whatever,
reckon, right?
With no algorithm, nothing.
We're going to talk in a minute about Snapchat and the social media ban and all that, right? But don't you think it should be mandatory when you upload something to say whether it's AI?
Yeah, but who's checking that? Just say yes or no. Everyone's going to say no.
So the viewer, at least there's a hashtag or something to say this is AI generated. Like if you're not on Twitter anymore, but on Twitter, on X, you see some posts and then there's a little grok thing underneath to say this is not real, this was generated. So it's at least explaining that what you just saw is fake.
Right.
And sort of like a fact checker type thing. And I kind of respect that. I'm thinking, well, that's at least they're trying, right? They don't get them all, but I think we've reached a point now where what's real anymore? What's real? What's AI? There needs to be some line drawn to say, right, okay, well, this is an AI post. If you don't mind looking at it, it's not real. It's here for your entertainment. It's not real.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there needs to be some sort of designation like that?
I mean, I do. In the same way that we've talked about, there should be ratings on content.
Yeah.
But I think what I should be able to do is not have to see this rubbish if I choose not to. So, for example, Instagram, I accept that in Reels, I'm going to get fed random people's content because that's how it finds me, whatever. Good.
Yeah.
I definitely want to be able to tell that I want less AI-generated content. I want them to be able to detect AI-generated content.
Yeah.
But in the feed, where you're just scrolling through people's photos and videos, I just want to say, stop it. I don't want any of this. Now, yes, there is a setting. You can click on the Instagram word and you can go to your following page, so you are only viewing that. But just let's make that the norm.
Yeah.
What?
Because you know what?
They've got to make money.
You got to remember, that's right. They've got to make money, but it's competition. You know, they're competing against each other. Like TikTok and Instagram and all these platforms.
Well, you and I both...
And Snapchat as well.
Both watched the same podcast, or heard and watched the same podcast this week. And I think it was David Spade that said, do you think Instagram's becoming the new Facebook?
Yeah, like the Facebook has kind of become the mums and dads platform.
I spend more time on TikTok than Instagram without question now.
Really?
No doubt.
I reckon I spend more time on Instagram.
Easily, I moved from Instagram some time ago.
Interesting to check so you can check. Can we check how much time we spent on it?
I haven't really had a busy scrolling few days.
Oh, really? So where do I go to see this?
Well,
settings.
I think settings and screen time. Wouldn't you suggest?
Screen time,
which is under. Just click on your name, isn't it? I don't know where's screen time now. It's good content. Great suggestion, Stevens. Screen time, just search for that in settings. See all app activity. TikTok, 2 hours, 56 minutes. Instagram, 2 hours, 46 minutes. That's this week.
See all app and website activity.
Last week, TikTok, an hour ahead of Instagram. Week before, TikTok ahead of Instagram. Yeah, every week.
So the week, hang on, I've got the date.
I can only go back to the 12th of January.
So I've got Instagram is my runaway winner. Followed by podcasts. I've got to listen to
I'm only counting TikTok and Instagram, but
okay. TikTok doesn't figure on this thing.
TikTok's my number 2 app of all. Chrome number 1.
Wow.
I don't know why it counts so much Chrome time. I just leave the browser open. It's easily TikTok for me, no question.
Yeah, no, I'm more Instagram. Isn't that weird?
It's just the algorithm. And again, the algorithm is so powerful. My wife has been watching this guy called David the Medium, who's a bit like John Edward. Remember John Edward?
Yep.
Back in the day?
Yep.
And
David the Medium.
That's his name. He's an Australian guy. He does the same thing.
Is the Medium his surname?
No, but it comes across that way because it's his username. Because originally she sent me a message going, right, we're going to prep doomsday. I've just seen this video. There's going to be another pandemic in March or something. I'm like, what? You know what I said? I said, babe, great idea. There's plenty of room at the office. Go and buy a bunch of toilet paper, water. I don't care. Just leave it here. I just went, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah. Go.
Anyway, it turns out it was this guy. Now, I came across one of his videos yesterday going, listen, this is blown up badly. I never said there'd be a pandemic. He basically had to tell people, calm down. Anyway, then I started getting his content. And he's doing readings, like John Edward used to do, people on the other side and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that, Amanda sent me 2 videos. I watched one voluntarily, and now every third video is one of his. The algorithm...
not hard.
He's nailing it.
Yeah.
Now, I think what will happen is, because I've started going, I'll watch the first 10 seconds and no. So I think it'll learn quickly that I'm starting to wane off it. And that's the algorithm at work.
Yeah. That's like TikTok.
And Instagram's algorithm is as good as TikTok's these days.
The Instagram algorithm is, I reckon, a bit stickier. I find that if I just look at one thing, I look at an ad or something, and then bang, the next 4 posts are about
Harry
that.
and I got Amanda on 3D printing Instagram. So we just sent her
another one.
We sent her 3 videos, and she was like, "This is all I get now." So she sends suggestions.
Yeah, no, I'm still printing up the house.
By the way, shout out to I forget who. Someone sent me a link to it wasn't Angus, someone else, to a bobblehead creator. Remember we talked about last week? Yeah. You take a single photo of yourself, and it makes a pretty accurate 3D rendering.
Okay.
And I printed it, but it didn't bobble. So I'm like,
damn.
Also, the colour of the face, the only colour I had at the time, it wasn't.
You haven't got skin colour, got like beige?
It looked really. I used like a light wood tone, and it just looked stupid.
No,
anyway,
not wooden, mate.
Anyway, so that was that.
Send me that too. Can you send that to me too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll have a crack.
You got to do it in the app, in the software, not in the app.
I know this is off topic, but I've made golf ball markers. You can put your initials on a golf ball. I've made a couple of them. What else have I done? I've been I'm getting back into watching Lost in Space, the original series.
Okay.
And I've been trying to print the Jupiter 2, the spaceship.
No.
And the job
He says that like I've seen
it's
this
on
show.
Bamboo. It's on Bamboo Handy on the app,
Of course it
and
is.
I've tried twice to print it, but it sort of collapses under the weight. The supports aren't very strong enough. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed about that. Oh, but I printed the amazing TIE fighter from Star Wars.
Yeah.
It printed it in like 6 different plates, so all the parts I super glued together. It is phenomenal. Mate, it's going in the theatre. That's how good it looks.
Yeah, right.
Could be in the movie, this thing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Well, my left-hand feeder's not working again.
Yeah, really?
Remember you said that problem and I had that problem and I got it working
and it
again.
kept saying, I'm
ready to throw it against the wall.
I've just got everything going down the right, mate. I've got 3 AMSs still linked to the right.
That's not as efficient. If you had the other tube running, it'd be heaps more efficient.
Works for me. It's all good.
And it's reduced the time by...
Really?
Yes.
When you got multicolour jobs,
That's the point of having multi-heads, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, well, I might get it up and running again. I haven't tried. I think,
especially if you could run one of your AMSs in the left and the other.
Yeah, well, no,
right.
my next AMS, I'll probably get another one. Who knows? But I'll put one in the left side. Yeah, definitely. Then I'll have 4 more colours. Yeah. And mate, my personality is
one in.
I'm all in or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm all in or nothing.
I'm literally, and I'm done with talking about AI and social media. We'll come back to Snapchat though. But just finally on 3D printing, I'm to the point where I'm going. Okay, where can I put it downstairs? So I'm thinking, the shelves I've got downstairs, just like garage shelves people have, the metal shelves. I'm thinking, I guess if I take one shelf out of one of them, it'll be quite a wide thing, and maybe that would be a good spot for it, because then I can build space for it.
I love building. You know what I've been building lately?
You just had people cabinet makers in to build your office. And it turns out you should have waited till now to 3D.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I've got room to put them, but I'm printing a lot of puzzles. Like I've printed a triangle, an octagon, and a square, and all the pieces that fit inside it. Then you got to fit all the pieces back into the shape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So
you're 3 years old now.
No, mate, it's a good brain game. It's a good, I have it. If I'm watching a show, like a background, I'm doing it while watching a show.
I'll be drooling in a home, but while you're still actively doing Sudokus, I'm not doing.
No, but what I did, I told the boys that, I do my weekly man walk with the South boys. Shout out to the Spa guys. And I told them, one of them actually, Steve Maven, one of my former teammates, said, I heard you talking about your 3D printer. And I said, mate, Ted said a total obsession now. And I told him about the puzzles I made. And they're all older than me, or Mavo's the same age as me, but we're all getting on. And I said, I'll print yours all out a puzzle. It's good brain exercise. I've printed 5 of them
in South's colours.
I have, yeah. I put red and green ones for him. I said, what colour do you want? He goes, I'll have blue. I'll have red. I said, okay. So on Friday morning, I'm going to turn up with 5 little Ziploc bags with a little printed puzzle each for him on Friday. And Mavo too, he's got a channel called Bunnies TV, like really popular channel on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. And he sent me his logo, so I'm going to try and learn how to print his logo for him in 3D as well.
Nice.
And I'll print out the Tech Guide logo while I'm at it.
While you're at it,
yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Getting back to social media.
Snapchat.
Yeah, so this was interesting. So Snapchat announced this week that it's 2 months into the social media ban broadly. They still think it's stupid. Yada, yada, yada. And we've blocked 415,000 accounts.
Which is
right?
super light.
Now, remember, government said 4.7 million. Instagram said 500,000. So that's 4.2 million left. With Snapchat's numbers, that's 3.8 million left to account for. We've pretty much only got YouTube and TikTok left. You're telling me those two alone are 3.8? I would have put Snapchat at 1.2 million.
Yeah. A lot. Your kids are on it, eh? So what, Harry and Victoria both got it? Or
Vivi's still on it.
Still on it.
Yep.
Well, that was part of it. Well, they did this big, long release about the numbers. They also put through about the age verification technology, and they said themselves, they said, look, this isn't perfect.
Which there's a lot of
people getting through the cracks.
Yeah.
So I think that explains those light numbers, although they said they're still doing daily tests and trying to do it. But they did sort of mention the fact that, to me, I don't know, it doesn't sound like they're really bummed about the technology not being that accurate.
Well, no,
it means more people can stay on the platform.
They can rely on the fact that the government knew that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, government knew it.
So they're making reasonable efforts.
I can attest to the fact that in their statement they also say that they're continually revising. I had a friend of Vivi's parents reached out to me and said, if Snapchat's not working for her anymore and this has happened, and I went, well, I think I know why, but I'll reach out anyway. And so Snapchat came back to me and go, no, it's age verification.
Yeah.
So
they're under
flagged
16.
her. Yeah, we flagged her, and she
hello.
is. So I'm like, I'm not going to fight the fight for you.
What do you do? Like,
but it didn't say that.
What do you
It
want,
just
an
blocked her
exemption
account.
from the law?
It just blocked her account. So it wasn't very clear why. That was the problem.
So is that how it is on Snapchat?
And interestingly, it's meant
does
to
Snapchat tell you? Yeah.
It's meant to, but also her account works on a mother's phone.
Oh, yeah.
And
so she signed it on her mum's phone.
Yeah, to test why it wasn't working, she signed it on her mum's phone. It's working here.
Right.
So it turns out the ban is device-based.
Really?
So they've banned her
that
device.
Snapchat uses or everyone
But
uses?
also, Snapchat. But also, it goes away after 30 days. It's a 30-day ban. So I said you can just log back on in 30 days.
Yeah, right.
But they will flag you again. I keep saying this to people.
But I think they've sort of provided an out for themselves by saying, A, it's not perfect. B, we're doing what the government are telling us.
Yeah.
And C, we don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Look,
what they
still insist they're very much they're more a messaging app than a social media app.
And you know what they did say in their press release or their statement, their blog, whatever, was that 85, I think it was, % of all their usage for under 16s is messaging. It's like, I would have told the government that before the ban. That makes you a messaging app.
I'd say they would have told them that before.
They might have.
Yeah.
But I found it fascinating.
Yeah.
But what they really want, what Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok and Snapchat all want is they want App Store-based age verification. And I've got to tell you, I know that at some point in time, Apple will sit us down in a briefing and they'll tell us this is what Apple does.
Yeah.
They'll do a slideshow. No,
Yeah.
they'll do a slideshow on why it shouldn't be their responsibility.
Really?
100%. Listen, Apple's got...
They don't want to get involved.
Apple's got great parental controls.
Yeah.
If you've got your kids at age in Apple,
true.
it's very good.
Well, so they don't want to do other people's heavy lifting, do they?
They don't want to be the final marker of that stuff.
That's fair. That's
because I, as a parent, can say, you know what, Harry, you're allowed to have an app that says you've got to be 16. I'm cool. Like in screen time.
Well, I think Apple's thinking then is what we've been saying. Like, let the parent decide.
Yeah.
If you've given them the tools, let them use those tools.
Mate, I stand by, and I really wish a politician would ask me, but the fact is the simplest way to address this overall ongoing to please everyone is to say kids are banned. Full stop, you're banned unless your parent buys in.
Yeah.
If your parent says, I'm a parent and I want to be a parent and digitally signs up to all the platforms,
let them do it.
Let them parent.
Yeah. Like, what was that saying? Remember when they said let kids be kids, but then your response was let parents be parents.
And you know what? If one kid bullies another kid and the platform is able to prove that, what they should be able to do is it should be a sign-off of, privacy breach, that it's not a privacy breach to say, hey, your kid did this. We had to
sent this message.
We had to block your kid because they sent this message. Yeah. Your child is banned for 30 days. It's on you to sort that out. You know what I mean?
Well, so that would mean the onus is on the platform then to do that. The platform, not the government. So I think any way forward here, the platforms need to stand up and say, right, let us help you do this.
The platforms have parental controls. They just need to make them even better.
I think Snapchat mentioned they've got their family centre, which they set up a couple of years ago, where you can't, you've got to know each other to be able to message each other and only contact book communication, stuff like that.
Doesn't change the fact that all their messages are ephemeral and disappear, and therefore no parent can know what their kids are sending.
Yeah, well, that probably played against them, don't you reckon?
The only thing that would make Snapchat good is if under 16s with a parentally linked account had content that was stored for 24 hours in a locked place, so parents
the parent
only
can check it out,
could see what it was. So basically, the parent gets a blind copy of every message.
Yeah.
So if you send a silly photo of your head, which most kids do, they just look at their camera and you send that to a mate, then your parent can go, what did you send to Jimmy today? Oh, yeah, you idiot. Yeah. Oh, what did you send to Josie? Oh, really? Oi, let's get over here and talk about this. Like, that's what you want to do.
What did you send your boyfriend?
Isn't that what you would do?
Absolutely.
You'd be like, oi, Aaron,
absolutely,
get out of here.
Yeah. But no, I think that if there was that accountability and you knew that your mum or dad would be seeing it, you'd think twice about seeing it, about sending that sort of content, which would play into the government's objectives here of protecting children online, not seeing or sending inappropriate content.
Anyone else here feel like a broken record?
How do you mean? Us? We do, yeah.
I mean, if we had $1 for every time we talked about this bloody thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's an issue though, mate. And they keep bringing it up.
What we need is an email from Bruce Bromley saying, we're sick of you talking about that.
G'day, Bruce.
Didn't stop us talking about Apple though, Bruce, did it?
Good on you. Well, have we yet? Well, a little bit.
Not for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Remember Bruce was...
last week was all
He was
Apple.
the guy that had the dash cam of that person on a
motorised
scooter.
While he's listening to two blokes.
Good on you, Bruce.
Wow, that went viral, that video.
It did, always. Dash cams. Can you please, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, please listen to us in the car, even if you've already heard us. Just put it on again.
Yeah.
B, get a dash cam and make sure we're always on.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a massive claim to
because
fame.
that'll be your soundtrack with us talking. Because dash cams record audio too. Most people.
Where was I? It might have been while we were in Vegas, but I was away.
Yeah.
And Amanda goes, Can you check the dash cam for? I was going up this road and I don't feel like I hit something, but I couldn't see anything.
What?
And it was nothing wrong with the car. So I downloaded it. So I said, where was it? She said, here. And so I sent her like minute and a half either side. I sent it to her and she goes, oh my God, it can hear me. And I went, yeah, babe, it's recording audio
so if you're
too.
singing
She
or
was
swearing,
singing. She was singing. Woo. She was just singing in the car, having a great time. She had no idea it was recording her.
Well, I think if you listen to the audio of every accident, you'd hear a few F-bombs.
That's why Dashcam Owners Australia is so great. It's F and C and this and that.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Wow.
All right, Two Blokes Talking Dash Cams here on Two Blokes Talking Tech.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
And we do it all thanks to Netgear, and you can unlock 10% off with the discount code just by signing up on the Netgear website. Use your email address, sign up for up to $150 off your next Netgear purchase on their website. And while you're there, think about having a look at the new M7 portable Wi-Fi router, the Nighthawk 5G M7.
You got yours yet?
No, it's a stunning little device with a nice touchscreen on it as well. But the most important thing,
I haven't got it yet.
The most important thing is that it has an eSIM store built into the app.
Yeah.
So through the linked app, you can actually land in a country, open up the app, set up an eSIM on the device so that you're ready to go for local data everywhere. Plus, if you want, you've got a SIM card that can travel, you can put that in there as well. So you can have a physical SIM from home and an eSIM from abroad, and you can activate that for whatever you want, whatever plan you want, wherever you're going. So it's an unbelievable improvement in the device. It's the best leap forward in the Nighthawk mobile range, probably since they hit 5G. So the Nighthawk 5G M7 portable Wi-Fi router works in 140 countries for great Wi-Fi 7 performance and enhanced security. Check it out now at netgear.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Hi, I'm Trevor Long. This is Stephen
Fennick right here.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I just wanted to reintroduce
I look
ourselves.
like George Clooney, mate, with his beard or what?
So close.
Yeah.
So close.
Salt and pepper, baby.
I think this is the first time Google has released search data on New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Every year they come out at the end of the year saying this is what you search for during the year. But I have grave concerns about the Australian population. Grave concerns.
What are some of the popular ones?
Obviously, people search for fitness, health,
get
money,
in shape.
all that kind of stuff.
Get
right?
in shape.
But
Make more money.
When you dig into the kind of health and finance stuff,
Yeah.
one of the top searches was how to become rich in Australia. Who's searching that? Another one, 80% up on its normal monthly search, how to become wealthy. And the people Googling that are the same people likely who are Googling how to become smart. Come on, folks.
They're trying it. They want inspiration,
If you Google how to become smart, you should be flagged and put on a watch list.
But isn't that smart?
There should be an app that tells me how many people in my local area have Googled how to become smart.
Right.
Because I shouldn't be allowed to near those people.
But does that show that they're smart, that they've actually thought to Google how to be smart? Is that not a smart thing to do? They want to be smarter.
Go to a library, you dope. What are you doing on Google?
Yeah, but I think people use Google as obviously a search engine, but it's an idea engine too. They want to know. Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
It's interesting though. Going back to our overall show theme for this week of AI. Do you remember when we were doing promos at the top of the show? There was 2 weeks where we went, and coming up this week because you do it on Tech Guide. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I've forgotten to promo the show at the top of the show every week. Anyway, this week's theme, AI.
But we never promo the show.
No, we did 2 weeks in a row.
Did we?
I did it because you mentioned that you do it on Tech Guide.
Tech Guide every week. You know what's coming up. Coming up on this week's show.
I was doing the video highlights for 2025 and I stumbled across those two episodes.
This is in your entries, right?
But the interesting thing here is the move to AI, right? Because how to become rich in Australia, right? It's an interesting AI question because theoretically AI can help far more than any website. Yeah. Because AI can say, okay, let's work through this. What do you consider rich? Yeah. So that's the first and most important question in that, right? Because to me...
$1 million.
Honestly, to me, rich would be mortgage-free.
Yeah.
Because if I'm still earning money and I'm mortgage-free, I'm doing very well. Yeah. To me, rich is not any number. It's not having $5 million in the bank.
It's comfort. It's comfort.
Yes, right?
Yeah. Financial security.
So then AI can establish that and then go, okay, where are you at now?
Yeah.
What are your assets? What are your debts? Whatever.
Yep.
And then what you could ask you questions essentially.
Well, then that's smart then to Google that if it gives you those sort of options.
That's where I find it interesting that they even release this data, because I think they know that their search tracking is down and their AI tracking is up, because they talk a bit about Gemini. They're talking about how you could use Gemini for career questions and career searches. So I wonder what the privacy implications are of knowing all the questions that are being asked of Google Gemini.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they're meant to be private, aren't they?
Maybe.
Like, is Google going to start releasing its most popular AI queries?
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this search is supposed to be private too, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
But
I'd never had an expectation of privacy on search. Isn't that weird?
I suppose the results would be, I guess not, no, unless it's...
Yeah, I think the results of what Gemini tells you
maybe
should be.
Yeah. Okay.
But it goes back to my... and I haven't tested this enough with Gemini. Maybe I should. But with ChatGPT, I spent some time training it, teaching it about me. And,
training it, jump through hoops and...
Well, just,
sit and...
When I ask a question, you should give me a different answer to Stephen, because we're two different people.
Oh, is that what you told it?
No.
That's what you said?
But... if
why are you involving me?
If we both ask ChatGPT the same question,
come on
about well, let's call it about
how to be rich.
You already are, so we're fine there. Bloke's doing very well. I'm aware of his recent purchases.
Good on you.
But my point being, so let's say we both asked ChatGPT for give me 5 content ideas for my website this week.
Yep.
I would argue that it would give me slightly different answers it would give you, because
Maybe.
I've trained it to know that, I have a male skewed audience and I don't really like doing this and I do like doing that. And you know what I mean? It should be, there should be no...
I've never thought to do that, to ask ChatGPT or AI.
I'll give you a great thing to do is to just sit down to ChatGPT and do it as a voice thing. Just ask it.
Just
and
have a chat.
Say, I've got 30 minutes free. Yeah. I want you to learn more about me and my business and my work. I want you to spend the next 30 minutes asking me questions and using the answers to feed your memory and understanding of me.
Yeah.
Right? If you say that to it and just listen and answer, and it will just learn. It would just learn
that's
about
on even the free version. You can do that.
I don't know what sort of memory it has. I remember when they released that new cheapest version. It has a better memory.
And there's a certain number of queries in that too. You can have each time.
Look, if you're going to use AI, you've got to be paying for it. So
of course,
I would
use it. I'm going. Is it N8N? Is that something you've heard of? N8. That is one of the things my brother recommended to join. So it uses the agentic sort of features on it. But no, that's a good idea. I think that
that's a great way to make use of AI.
You can tailor it to yourself, and it gets to know you better. But mate, isn't that supposed to be sort of what your phone is? Your phone is supposed to be like that. For your phone,
there's a difference.
Based on what you do on your phone, it should know that anyway, doesn't it?
There's a difference between knowing what you do and what your calendar says you do. And knowing you.
But your phone will know what emails you're answering.
Knowing you.
Yeah, great song. But
please don't clip that, anyone.
Your phone will know the people that you've texted and your people you've emailed.
That's vastly different to knowing intricacies about your thought process and that kind of thing.
For sure.
Vastly different.
Yeah, I suppose you get it, and you're saying you train it, you get a better result.
You always do.
For your thing,
I think I said this last week or the week before. I said, I'm writing an article about this. Can you give me 2 headlines? One for 9 News, one for EFTM.
All right. Okay.
And it'll suggest 2 vastly different things because it knows I've told it and taught it.
Yep.
I often copy and paste the articles that I've written into it so I can say, just so you know, this is my tone of voice. This is how my tone of voice differs on 9 News.
Right.
So that when you're making headlines for me or suggestions, you understand that.
So that's trained it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you write 2 different articles, basically?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Always.
Wow. How often do you do that? Like big story, a couple times a week?
Big enough,
Nah, big stuff?
Sometimes I might do 2 or 3 in a week, but only when it's a busy
when
week.
Something's happening,
Yeah.
Okay.
Big product launches, yes.
Yeah.
But then, Qantas hack, I'll do too.
Yeah, of course.
But it also depends at what point I get the story. So if I'm early, I'll do it because I know they haven't got to it yet.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I know there's no one really working till 8 or 9 a.m. So if the story is happening between 4 and 7 a.m., I'll write the whole thing and then send it. Whereas other times I'll be like, I know this is happening. Do you need something or have you already got something?
Yeah.
So sometimes I ask.
Great.
But yeah. Anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know how we got to that, but New Year's resolutions. There's some details of what people have been searching for at EFTM.com on Google. So yes, that's been great. Should we do it again next week, Stephen?
Sure.
Yeah,
So in case of emergency break glass, we don't need.
you don't want. I mean,
We're good.
You want to do 2 minutes on it?
No, we're good. They can go to the Tech Guide podcast.
I was going to say you did it, didn't you?
I did it. It was my lead item on
Stephen,
Tech Guide.
well, that was why I brushed it.
Thanks, mate.
Stephen did a real deep unpacking. It was several moments long of how Apple may be working on
Maybe
the
we've got a
touchscreen
touchscreen MacBook Pro,
Yeah.
and why they haven't until now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to write a note for
Yeah.
the private
So
feed.
listen to Tech Guide as well.
Deliveries.
It's in this feed.
Apple. I've got things to talk about for the private feed.
Oh, great.
I've written Epstein, Hansen, and Deliveries Apple.
There you go.
There's a teaser for you, folks.
Boom.
right.
They'll be busting to hear that one.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
It's huge.
See you, mate.
See you, buddy.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.